And lastly, Hume stated that we can also achieve knowledge inductively or by the use of the cause and effect relationship, in which he concluded that it is only a mind's natural habit with association of different ideas that came from the past. And for the last part of the first book, Hume considered the philosophical purpose of skepticism, which is the ability to doubt certain knowledge, in which he concluded that this behavior is irrefutable for the reason that this philosophical inquiry or skeptical doubt is in the nature or habit of human mind. Moving on to the second book, Hume discussed the idea of passion, wherein he sets up a stage for it by using the two types of impression, namely the original impression that we receive through our senses, in which it can come in the form of physical sources, pain, or pleasure that is new to us. The other type is the secondary impressions, which are preceded by either an original impression or ideas which arises from original impressions. Hume stated that passions can normally found in the realm of secondary impressions, in which it can be distinguished again into two parts, namely the direct passions such as desire, aversion, grief, joy, hope, and fear, and indirect passions such as pride, humility, love, and hatred. Hume notes that since moral decisions affects actions while decisions of reasons do not, morality must not be based on reasons, while beliefs of the cause and effects are beliefs about connection between different situations that we experience. Thus, these beliefs can only affect our mode of actions only if we have some interest in it. And we can only have some interest on situations if it can cause us some pleasure and pain. Because of this, Hume concluded that reasonings is not the factor that can make us act, but the pleasure and pain brought by those situations that gives rise to passion can. And for the last part of the book, which is the third part, Hume attempts to distinguish between vice and virtue in order to prove his claims that moral distinctions are in fact impressions that gives birth to passions rather than ideas or reasons. The first step that he made is to give the description of pain to vice, while pleasure to virtue. Second is that he stated that moral impressions are a product of human actions. Third is that moral impressions are to be considered into a social point of view, for the reason that our actions can be only defined as moral or immoral based on how they affect others.
Created using Powtoon.